Hello YouTube, it is Alec here with Yu-Gi-Oh! Underground here, reporting to you live from Yeti Gaming, where as you can see by this official piece of paper, I got first place. They spelled my name wrong, didn't they? Gosh darn it. Okay, never mind that. So, you're wondering, how does someone with as little skill as Alec Hubbard get first place? Well, the answer, my friends, is Constellers, and the deck is awesome, and we're going to show you how you might want to build it, especially for the coming down season. This stuff's really good. I haven't lost all day.
I'm borrowing it once Nationals is over.
So, getting straight to Pro 5. 3 Pollux. I'm just gonna assume what it does. Normal summons more. Kaos changes their levels so that you can make the broke Xyz. Alec, it's like Pleiades, but not good. But you have to play it because you need to be able to spam that Kaos onto the field, or spam the other monsters onto the field. 3 Sombre, it's Evil Swarm Kyrkion for Constellers, which kind of makes it better because Constellers' extra deck is so much better than theirs. 3 Sheraton, this one's a little bit less like set in stone amidst Consteller players. Some people like 1, some people like 2, some people hate the card completely, but you're always too close. You're always 1 card away from having a broken hand in Constellers, and this guy gives you the card. And mid game, just pick up this, which is essentially just searching an Xyz of your choice. Kind of broken. So we play 3 him. You can also banish him for that, which is broken. 1 Firefist Bear because, you know, adds a little extra utility to the deck. It's not really tragically important, but I'd only play 1 because if I can't find a use for 1 of them, then how am I supposed to find a use for 2 or 3 of them? 1 Honest hand trap, you know.
Has to be Ghost Rare, you can't play it.
Yeah, it has to be Ghost Rare because your opponent's, you drop it in the damage step and your opponent's like, what's that?
Oh, that's an honest GG.
Yeah, that's an honest. It's an honest, bro. It's the only Ghost Rare in this game that's actually worth playing. 2 Valor because Valor says snap. Now for the spells. The only piece of the trendy I play is Reborn because you're playing a ton of back row that you'd like to keep around, and Dark Hole is worthless this format. But Reborn is still good because you can recur anything you want out of your graveyard. So I still like Reborn. Rhoda has 1 target. This guy. Only target you need. 2 Forbidden Lance. You can damage step lands to get it over stuff. There's only 1 warning in the game, only 2 Psalms in the game right now, so MST's a little bit pointless when you think that this card can pretty much nullify whatever spell and trap you need to nullify. Protects your stuff, gets around stuff. Good card. Alright. Book of Moon, because back row heavy deck should play it. 3 Tenki, you can search your bear to get the destruction if you need it, but most of the time, just search Kaos because he manipulates your levels. Whoever made this a continuous spell really wasn't thinking when they made Kaos a Beast Warrior, because you can bounce this back with Pleiades and reuse it. I wish Rhoda was like this.
I actually saw him do it in the feature match quite a few times today.
Oh yeah, well, you know, if your Pleiades material isn't doing anything better, you just bounce this back. Because if you have like an Alec or a Pollux in your hand, like...
In fact, I think we're going to link the...
yeah, we'll link the feature matches.
Yeah,
I've got
that was
2
phenomenal.
feature matches.
One of which was the best comeback of all time in the game too.
Yeah, my one
he had 100 life
Zach
points.
Hour's Heroes.
He had 100 life points, and Zach Hour had 8,000, and and Alec Hubbard won.
Yeah, if you don't know, Yeti Gaming does live streaming on Twitch, and they upload them to YouTube over time. So I don't know if those will be in the description right now.
Also, he went undefeated with this deck today.
Oh, yeah,
in a how many person tournament?
51.
51 people?
But that's after people drop, so
doesn't matter.
Probably more this morning. Alright, for the trap lineups. The traps that you play these traps because they're clutch. Triple Vandy's Emptiness, because it's royal oppression, people.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because vanities plus this equals win, and vanities plus this equals good, and vanities plus this means pick up your cards.
It literally, you can't get rid of it.
I did play E-Dragons today because there were quite a few of them running about, and you just flip this card and win. Not much more to say there, especially like if you chain it so when they pitch baby dragons, you have a good time. They don't. And if they can't, like I flipped it against a mermaid player today, and guess what? He couldn't special summon anything
I love the
that has more than 1,800, and so I just murdered him with the Pollux. Because what are you gonna do? So, 3 emptiness, double safe zone. If you guys haven't figured it out, I kind of stole a lot of my inspiration from Jeff Jones' version of the deck. I'll link you to his article from Ultra Reality Games because Jeff Jones is my idol. When he played Nordics, you know, I picked up on a lot of his Nordic ideas. You know, does is or whatever that saying is. That means I copy like Jeff Jones and use a lot of his insight. Now for the rest of the traps, 3 Fiendish Chains. Most people just like 2. I like 3. If I could afford a 3rd save zone, I might do a 3rd save zone over a 3rd Fiendish Chain. But I don't know. The 2 save zones was working well for me today. I had it just as much as I wanted it, and the card's like $20 now. So. Like, I bought these when they were like a $5 card, and I had a 3rd one, but someone stole it. So, I don't think I'll be getting another one, but 3 Fiendish Chains works just as well. When you're under emptiness, you can shut down one of their effects. Then on your turn, you can pick this up with Pleiades and then swing over their monster. You don't lose the emptiness, and you get to reuse the effect negation. So I feel like Fiendish Chain is one of the better trap cards in this deck for that reason. Solemn Twins, because Solemns are good.
Solemn Twins activate. Shape of negation.
2 compulsory evacuation device. This shouldn't need explaining. If I were to drop a 3rd Fiendish before I added the 3rd safe zone, I'd probably just add a 3rd Compulse. Because Compulse has too many uses. And last but not least, Exy Reborn, because I'm that kind of gimmicky. You can bring back Pleiades, and it's a 2,500 Compulse during their turn. Fun stuff. You'll see me use it against Zach Gower in that feature match, because, you know, you attack, and he honest my Exceed, and Exy Reborn, poop, bring it back. And it's got a material still. So what did I really use? Now for the extra deck. We are playing 2 Omega. Omega is kind of... He's less than Pleiades, but sometimes you get those hands where you get Pollux and Alegi. I think it's Alegi. It starts with an A, but Pollux, Alegi, Pollux, what's his name? Sombre. And you have to make a rank 4, and he's pretty good for just go-to rank 4s, especially if you have Emptiness set, because 2,400, that's immune to spells and traps, is hard to beat when you can't special summon. Also, you can just attach on command for him pretty much, and throw an M7 on top of him and get rid of him.
I want to see if they can tell you at 3 hands.
Press save, I play it because it's kind of bad, but it's got its situational moments where it's good. You can bump up your stuff by 1,000, which means for a rank 4, you're getting a 3,400 beater who also lends aid to your other stuff, which is good. Paladynamo, card's a little bit too good. Brett can tell you about that.
It's going to be on the National Top 60 format. It's the early reason why I'm going to National, really. I want it.
Abyss Dweller, I made it against Mermails. It's pretty much all you'd ever make for. Gaia Cowboy, because you want to win random games. Shockmaster, because you want to beat Prophecy. And that is it for the rank 4s. For the rank 5s, we have 2 Pleiades, most broken card in the deck. Bounce your stuff, keep Emptiness live, bounce your continuous traps, reuse them.
I have a question. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Josh Schaefer, has a question.
Alright.
You play XYG Reborn. I've been testing out Call of the Haunted because you can bring back anything. It's always live,
Yeah.
and you can reuse it because it's continuous. You make it dead. What do you think about that?
I know some people do that. I haven't played with it too much myself. I use XE Reborn because it brings back this in a pinch on their turn, brings back other stuff in a pinch, and gives you that material.
I have a lot of top, so you should take my advice.
But yeah, no, I know Call of the Haunted. You can bring back Sombre and use his effects, and then get the Chaos, and then make the Pleiades, and then bounce the Call of the Haunted, wash, rinse, repeat. So I just haven't gotten.
You know what? I didn't win the tournament, so I'm just gonna let you take it.
Yeah, you know. So it kind of all depends on. Honestly, it'll depend on how Monster Reborn's testing out because
Oh, they split?
pretty much similar stuff. So. Where was I? 2 Pleiades. This broke. Shark Fortress to push for massive damage. Could keep it, could lose it.
Was the only undefeated, so we signed the card.
I haven't used it. I didn't use it today. It's not really too great, but there's not really any other level 5s that you would want to have, unless maybe Adrius if you're side decking Eradicators, but I haven't really gotten to side deck Eradicators thus far, so that's that. Pokesaurus, OTK in a bottle. Tyrus, good card is good. And that is it for the rank 5s. Rank 6, 2 M7s. Some people only like to play 1.
That card is so pretty, by the way.
Honestly, I love the card art. I love looking at it, and I have made 2 of them in a game because anytime you XE read 1, you can just spontaneously make 1. First turn, sometimes if you have safe zone or a lot of protection, you go Omega, detach for no reason, make an M7, and then keep the M7 safe. I usually do that when I open Pollux Sombre, because then on your next turn you can pick up the Sombre and have that Sombre live to move on to the next play. M7 allows you to bounce your opponent's stuff, turn your guys into 2700 beaters, slap Fiendish Chain in the face, and yeah, I like to. Last, rank 7 Gaia Charger because OTK in a bottle. Last side deck. The side deck isn't really tested. It's just a side deck I made for locals, so depending on how I view the deck, I will do different things, but I pretty much just sided a bunch of hand traps. 3 Maxi, 2 Swift Scarecrow. Everything tier 2 right now is special summon a lot and kill you, whether it be Heroes, Karkuri, Scrap OTK, there's Hieratic OTK, so Maxi backed by Swift Scarecrow, just make sure you don't get killed by silly stuff. Also against Mermails and Dragons, it lets you get to the cards you need. 2 Drone Lockbird, your Prophecy matchup is bad if you don't get to Shockmaster and or you go second and they can set Fate on you, so you just use this to nullify Judgment Day. Honestly, this deck is so good that you can put this on the side. And the third effect, Veiler, I'm not even sure if I'll keep that there. 3 MSTs, because you never know what random noob will have Light Imprisoning Mirror. Forbidden Lands, because when you side out of Emptiness and other stuff like that, you want generic good cards to side into, and Lance makes the cut since it beats a bunch of back row. And last but not least, 3 Imperial Iron Wall, because it stops Spellbook of Fate and Dragons, which are the only 2 cards that you really care about. And that is the deck. Took it from a guy who topped a local. I'm so good at this game. Never mind. Okay. You can leave your suggestions on what you would do in the deck below, because I'm not that great at this game. And this is my first week playing the deck, so obviously had good results. Very pleased with Constellers, but obviously everyone's entitled to their own opinion on number of bears, number of Sheratons, and we would love to hear them.
One bear, correctly. Bear is 1.
So, that's the gist of that. Please like, comment, subscribe, comment down below with your opinion on how you would do Constellers. Video response, your Consteller deck profiles, because we want to see them, because I'm not the only one in the underground testing the deck, and we got a lot of different versions that we have to go through testing if we want to find out what actually works. So, thank you very much for listening. I'm Al Cover, and we're out.
I love you, audience, but not really, because that'd be weird. Subscribe.